Okay, let's be honest. Toddlers are an active group, and knitting for them is a completely different game than knitting for babies. Hey, I'm Dana, and I'm a mom of 4, which means I have had toddlers 4 times in my house, and so I wanted to share with you some very cute and fun different accessories that we can be knitting for our toddlers, because honestly, this is a group that needs knitted goods more than babies, to be honest. Because babies, you can just put in a stroller and put a blanket over them and they're gonna stay nice and cozy, but toddlers are active. Like I said, they're ripping off hats, they're using headbands as slingshots, they're having a grand old time. So what do you actually knit for them when they're just thinking everything is a toy? Or they're new to walking, and especially in snow and cold weather, how do you knit for them realistically, but like with really cute and fun things that they'll actually want to wear, but actually really do stay on? So like I said, they need extra warmth. You can't just wrap them up in a blanket like it's bubble wrap and it keeps them warm and safe anymore, because they're out there exploring the world and being their own little individual unique selves, getting into the snow with their bare hands and all. Now, even though toddlers are kind of walking tornadoes sometimes, I love toddlers to pieces. It's one of my favorite ages. And what I love about knitting for toddlers is that even though they're not snuggling up with me like they were when they were newborns and they were just squishy little snuggly things who just cuddled all day long, I do feel like I can bond with them and make something for them that will actually bring a smile to their face and keep them warm and safe when they're going outside. So these are 10 cute knit accessories for toddlers that you can't miss. Number 1, merino wool hats. Now I say merino wool for a reason, because it is still wool, but it's really soft. Now, even though toddlers are a little bit wild, they are not babies anymore, and so likely they're sleeping through the night. I hope, I pray for you that they're sleeping through the night. But we don't need to put the same level of quite as much like easy to throw in the washer and dryer care into toddler knitting as we do for a newborn. Newborn moms are exhausted and they don't want to have to think about what's wool and what's going to shrink. Toddler moms, we can handle a little bit more. So the wool hats are so much warmer than anything acrylic, and they're very soft, because toddlers can be very, as they're finding their voices, they can be very vocal about what is scratchy and what's not. So you want something that's warm, but something that's soft. So soft merino wool hats, number 1. Number 2, playful scarves. So think pom-poms, think fringe, think color block things that make it look like a snake's face and things like that. And the more we can get them to think that they're just kind of playing dress up, but like to go outside in the snow or for a chilly walk or whatever it is where you live, the better, because then they're going to keep it on. And like I said before, headbands, slingshots, that kind of thing is going to happen way less if they're actually like excited, because they're actually like secretly thinking they're playing dress up, which is always good. All right, number 3, animal shaped mittens. There are so many different knitting patterns out there, free, paid, whatever, for tons of different sizes. These are so cute for little tiny toddler hands, and they're really easy to make. It's tiny, it's not as big as an adult mitten, but you can do just simple color work, fun little googly eye things on there and make it really fun. Now, I do recommend making the big string that attaches from one mitten to the other, because we have lost many a mitten, a knitted mitten, just like in the mitten book, because one goes missing, one gets thrown in the wash and is shrunk. So I do recommend putting a string to connect them, and it goes through the back of their coat. But yes, animal themed, like animal hedgehog face mittens are always a hit with the toddler crowd. All right, number 4, one of these things, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but they're usually shaped like bears or foxes or things like that. They are basically a cowl with a hat that's like a hood. It's amazing. It's like if you could straight jacket a scarf onto your toddler and they're squirming around trying to go all crazy because you're getting them either outside for snow or inside from snow. These are so easy. They go on like it's a cowl. You pull the hood up over their head, and like I said, just it's like a 2 for 1. Actually 3 for 1. I don't know what you would call this, but like when they're making snow angels and you don't want the snow to go down the back of their neck, I don't know what it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know what it's called. I'll put a picture there because I don't know. And actually my older kids, my 7, 8-year-olds, they actually like want these all the time too. They're constantly like, that one's mine. No, the rainbow one's mine. The gray one's mine. The polar bear one's mine. I think I just need to knit more of them, but it does grow with them as they age and they don't get sick of it. And then if they do get too hot with the hood part up, you just pull it down and it's like a hoodie on the back of a cowl, and it still keeps them warm and they don't lose it because they're not flinging the whole thing off and dropping it in the driveway. Number 5, socks with any kind of face on them. Monsters, animals, Grinch, anything like that. You can either knit the socks so that the face is at the top, at the cuff, and it kind of peeks out from boots, or you can knit them so that the pointed toe has the face. Number 6, character hats. So any kind of hat that has some sort of meaningful character to what your kids are watching, reading, playing. Number 7, a holiday hat. So Santa, a pumpkin, the Easter bunny, something that they can wear for really cute little like grocery store trips and they're wearing a Santa hat, or a picture that's at the pumpkin patch and they're wearing a pumpkin hat. It's just a cute toddler moment and it's so easy to make because it's a hat and it's really quick to knit. Number 8, now this is something that took me till the 4th one to figure out, and that is knitting wool socks for sledding. Nothing else is going to cut it. The fuzzy socks, the short socks, the tall socks, the store-bought socks, those are not going to keep their little feet warm. And especially if they have older siblings who want to stay out longer sledding or building snowmen, this is actually going to really, really help out because it's going to keep their feet warmer. And the boots will do their job to be staying waterproof, but the socks, the wool is going to do its job to keep their feet warm and they'll last longer. Number 9, cowls. If you have a brand new walker who's more closer to 1 than 2, then you don't want something long with loose ends because they're tripping over their own feet. And put them into snow or put them in big boots that they're not used to doing, walking and living in, then it's a lot harder to keep them upright on their feet. So cowls where it just loops around one time, maybe twice. Number 10, anything matching mom. And I'll also include dad or siblings depending on if you have all boys or all girls and you just want everyone to match, or if you have a daughter, or if you want daddy and son to match. This is such a fun time. Enjoy it. Toddlers are a lot of fun and they're still snuggly, they're playful, and it's such a fun thing to document and just have fun with it. When they're older, they might not want to match mom or grandma or their sister, but right now, take advantage of it and knit some matching sister hats or brother hedgehog socks or something like that, or daddy and son hats. So those are my 10 adorable, cute must-have knits for toddlers. I hope these were fun and helpful and you're ready to bop on over to Pinterest or Ravelry.com or wherever you find your knitting patterns and grab some of those. Thanks for watching.